Adrianne Curry superfans.
What is Hall of Heroes?
Yeah, I just pretty much tell people that we are the only comic book and superhero museum in the world.
Hey everybody, Adrianne Curry here, at your service. Over the past couple of months, I've been around the country going to cons, meeting people, new friends, old friends, all on a quest to discover the true meaning of being a superfan. And just when I think I'm close to an answer, stand there.
Adrianne, it's fantastic that you have opened your sphere of fandom. I can see that you have grown, but now it's time to make your final selection. Focus on what brought you here and how you first became a true fan.
I get it. What do I love most about being a fan? Cosplay. I love dressing up, and I love to see how other people dress up. I don't care how much it hurts to cram my body into a tight leather corset. Once I'm in it, I love it, outside of the bruising. Which brings me to our final superfan submission.
Hey Adrian, hey Stan. I'm Holly Conrad from Crab Cat Industries, and this is my submission for Superfan.
Holly is probably best known for her appearance in Morgan Spurlock's film Comic-Con Episode 4, A Fan's Hope. This is where the world was first introduced to her, but since the movie, a lot of things have changed. She doesn't live in the middle of nowhere anymore. She moved to the heart of downtown LA and works out of an artist's loft. That's where I made my way down to the creative halls of cosplay.
Oh, hey, how's it going?
It goes. How are you?
Good, come on in. So this is Crab Cat Industries. We call this the lair. This is where we work and make all of our costumes and all that kind of stuff. So we're kind of a small group of costumers that make things and do silly things. So.
Cool. How many costumes are you currently working on right now?
Right now, I'm working on about 4.
Okay.
And repairing some old, because some of the ones we do for BioWare, they wear them out and we wear them out, and then they get damaged because they're big monsters and I have to fix them and all that stuff. So
yeah.
This is a female Doctor Strange, so that's why I'm wearing the shirt too, because I love Doctor Strange. So I decided to turn Doctor Strange from a man to a woman because I wanted to be the character.
I love crossplay.
I do too,
Crossplay is a good thing.
This is Rex. He's another animatronic head we made, and he's in for repairs right now because they were making, his jaw is puppeteered right here, so you can see his mouth is it actually attached to the chin of the wearer underneath. So it's actually attached, so when
so brilliant.
You open his chin right here, his lip curls down, but because we wore him so much last year, he got some damage here because he's made out of slip latex, not foam latex. I would have liked to do foam latex, but you know what. This is one of my guns. Right? This is my Shepherd gun. Actually, a fan of mine sent me this gun.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he made me this gun and sent it to me and was like, you know, you're inspiring, you inspired me to make props and I love your work and here's a gun. And I was like, the best present I can get, a gun.
It's so cool that Holly so quickly is inspiring her fans. I, for some known or unknown reasons, seem to inspire prison inmates who all write to me that they just cannot wait to see me when they get out.
This was Male Shepherd's original mannequin that I used because I made 3 Male Shepherd suits for BioWare, and I did all fiberglass stuff. And so there was tons of us working on this project at the time because they wanted an animatronic costume, a creature suit, and 2 sets of armor. This is our painting molding area. These are all my toxic chemicals right here. So the glue that I use most of the time for all my stuff is this glue right here. It's called Barge, and it will stick to anything.
What's this blue thing over
That's
here?
actually our vacuum form machine. So that's, you know, the Stormtrooper armor. That's the same, they usually, they'll make it in their oven.
Same thing that they make
Stormtrooper armor, yeah. This area is mostly just our supply walls, which Jessica is my business partner for Crab Cat. And she decided to label everything with weird, funny things like Scissor Me Timbers and Naked Angel Babies.
Naked Angel Babies.
Yeah, You Hold Me Together, Hacksaw Not for Murder. Yeah. Jessica has this knack for organizing. She can organize anything like this, and I'll just throw it in a pile on the ground and just roll around in it like filth. But she manages to organize it.
Getting a tour was cool, but the whole time she was talking about costumes, I just wanted to rip off my clothes and jump into something a little rubbery. Well, dear, I love that you are a fellow cosplayer, and I figured before we sat down, maybe we could suit up in some of her favorite costumes and play a game.
Yeah, let's do it.
The question, I think I'm going to pose to you is, who would win in a fight? Top secret sexual assassin Aeon Flux or Shepard?
I don't know. It'd be pretty hard, but I personally think that Shepard would win.
Yeah, well, you have a hell of a lot more protection. When did you start getting into costuming?
Well, it's really funny because when I was a little kid, like 4 or 5, I would make costumes out of anything. After that, I just did it as a hobby. I would just, I worked on costumes whenever I could. I went to college for medieval studies. Okay. So I have a medieval studies degree, which I don't use at all.
That's funny. What came out of the Comic-Con movie for you? Did you get a lot of exposure? Did you get any jobs, recognition from it?
Well, afterwards it was crazy because I did press with Morgan. So I went all over the world in this costume. I was on the red carpet in like the Middle East with Antonio Banderas in this costume.
That's awesome.
And I was like, this is really awkward.
He's hot.
Yeah, he was. I was like, oh my God.
Voice. That's
yeah, but
great.
I was wearing this, so I felt like a fool, but it was okay. This bodysuit is actually neoprene, so I hose it out like a wetsuit.
Oh, cool.
I take it out, I've sewed it out of a really thin ply neoprene, and so I just take it outside, hose it off, throw it in the pool.
And so your breathability on your costume is about the same as mine.
It's zero.
Right now.
Yeah, it's zero. When I take it off, it's disgusting.
Oh man, the things we do. And what's funny is guys follow around chicks like at a con and they think, oh, that chick's so hot. It's like, honey, if you peeled this shit off, you would run for miles. You'd be like, ooh, it's festering swamp girl.
Well, I always hope that when I take a picture with someone and they like to come in and like break my personal space, which I don't like, but like when people come in and they're like hugging me and I'm like, it's your funeral, dude. Like, I smell like ass. Like if you want to come and hug me, I smell like ass. I do. So if you want to do that, fine.
Speaking of ass, that's exactly what got me kicked out of the 2011 San Diego Comic-Con. And this is the costume. Aeon Flux, screen accurate from the anime. Check out my big ass, which apparently won't get me kicked off of YouTube. The good thing about cosplay is it forces me to keep working out. In fact, I'm going to a con this month, and for the next 2 weeks, I'm only eating sashimi and salad. And that shit makes your bunghole really angry. And you know what I always say? Do not make my bunghole angry! People ask me, why do you do this? I say, well, first off, I've never been to a con where I actually worked, except for this con because I've got, this show going on and stuff. I'm always just walking around buying shit, having a good time, but what really makes me happy is when you either see a kid or just an adult that's like, oh my God. Like, I have to get a picture. Could you do a pose just like they did it? And I'm like, yeah, sure. And they're so happy with that. And for me, it's like Halloween nonstop. I love Halloween.
Me
It's
too.
always been my thing.
Me too, yeah.
I would fist bump you, but
We'll do it anyway.
Okay.
I have armor. It's okay.
yeah. Cosplay with Holly was badass. I have a lot of respect for her craft and dedication to nerddom, and I cannot wait to see what she comes up with next. And so, here's where my journey comes to an end. Or does it? This experience has really put fandom into perspective for me. I met some amazing people along the way who showed me that being a superfan is expressed in many ways by many different people. But the one thing they all have in common is absolute passion. I myself promise to continue to go to great lengths and pains to squeeze myself into elaborate skin-tight costumes, all in the name of the cause, of course. And I'm ready and willing to keep shelling out my hard-earned cash on things that only a select few people truly see the value in. As I learned from the Field of Dreams, sometimes you have to go the distance if you want to reach Lord Vader. Later, everyone.